Clarence Todd, Mini Doc Series, Mise en Place, here with Executive Sous Chef Joshua Tarragano of Gravy Gang NOLA. Chef Josh, would you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, I'm Joshua Torregano of Executive Sous Chef of Gravy Gang NOLA. I've been cooking in the culinary industry for about 10 plus years. Right now, I'm working as executive sous chef of Gravy Gang. I make sure the recipes are all good and neat, and I make sure everything is moving smoothly outside of what my executive chef does.
All right, awesome. So, what are some obstacles and challenges you feel that you go through as a chef?
Just putting out all the different fires, because a lot of people don't realize is in the service industry, it's not about like executing the recipes. It's about putting out the little fires that goes on during the day, and it's always something different.
Okay. What are some things you feel you have succeeded in, and some things you have failed in before achieving this particular plateau?
I succeeded in knowing I could push myself and knowing I could keep calm under pressure, and just always trying to make it taste the best. Like I always wanted my food to always taste as best as possible.
Okay.
I never just wanted it to be what the recipe says. Every time I'm doing a recipe, even if I have to follow the exact recipe, I'm always looking for things in the recipe to make it better, which drives me to even do even better.
Okay. How do you feel about when you were a cook, but you knew what you were doing? And we all know in New Orleans, culinary industry. I know kind of a whole new question.
Yeah.
How does it feel to know that that you have to put yourself out there even more just to achieve that plateau of chef, but now you have to venture out?
It's frustrating because it's like, what more do I need to do?
Yeah.
Like if you tell me I need to do A, B, C, and D, and then I do A, B, C, and D, and then you're sitting there telling me, well, yeah, you might be doing that, but we're gonna go after the person that don't even do it. It's frustrating because it's like at that point, it's like, what's the point of me doing all this and being able to do all this if you're just gonna get the person that don't even want this position, let alone is even qualified to do the position. So it's like, why even bother why bother myself going in a circle if you're just gonna just pick with how you feel in the first place?
Yeah. Okay. So how does it feel to be called a chef?
It's a title. It's a acknowledgement of how skilled you are as a cook. Because to be a chef, it means that you've mastered multitasking and being able to teach people, not just show people how to do it, but have the patience to know that they're eventually going to get there.
That's awesome.
And also being able to be flexible with different cooking styles in different ways.
Okay. But by being a chef, how does it feel to lead others? Even when it comes to people who wants to learn, and then I'm asking on people who don't want to learn, who are just set in their ways. How does it feel to lead both of those?
So teaching people that want to learn is great because it's like showing somebody how to build a house.
Mhm.
like you know what you know the end of the how the end goal is going to be.
Mhm.
So like teaching them, like seeing them code from like not even knowing how to even cut properly to now they be able to do all these things and go even further is what's so great about teaching people who want to learn, because you know that it's a person that you're going to be able to, if anything, since because they want to learn, it's another person that's going to push the boundaries and push like the limits that I have.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to take those limits and push them even further.
Right. Right. So, but what about the ones that don't want to learn?
Now the people that don't want to learn, it's frustrating because it's just like why like at that point I'm just gonna teach you the certain stuff I need you to do to get the job done, and outside of that I'm not about to waste my time with you, because it's like if you just here just for the job, then and you ain't willing to get out your ways, and I need you to do it a certain way because I need this to come out. I'm not just telling you this just to be telling you this. So if I'm telling you for a reason, and the fact that you don't want to you don't want to do it,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time. It's not even worth the time or the effort. Like I'm already in my head looking for your replacement, because it's like why, like outside of you doing your job, if you just do your job, then cool.
Yes.
But if you just gonna hinder everybody else because you don't want to do this, then it's time for you to go. I need to find somebody that's willing to do the work.
Okay, so when hiring a cook, what do you look for?
A person willing to learn. Period. As long as you're willing to learn, I could figure everything else out.
That's that simple. Okay, so what are your goals further in the culinary world, or taking a side step from it? What are your goals?
Talking about like you mean like my goals as of right now
Yes.
in culinary.
Yes.
I mean, my goals culinary right now is just to figure out how I want to approach it when I do get back, and how to properly and to do it in a way that satisfies me, and also put my stamp in like the story that I actually want to tell
Mm-hmm.
in this culinary field.
Yes.
And that's basically what I'm doing right now, is just figuring out the story that I actually want to tell when I do get back.
I got you. So what is a crazy kitchen story do you have?
I'm trying to think when I can actually say. One of my first time, I was like, I think my third week or something like that. No, it had to be like my third or fourth week working in the culinary field, and my executive sous chef, I can say their name.
Yeah.
My executive sous chef, Eric Cook. He was executive sous chef at American Sector at the time, and he was running the bank. We did a banquet every Sunday, and it's one of the reasons why I knew I was going to fit in the culinary world. He was like, we was bringing out, it was a buffet, and it was running low, and we was moving too slow. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. Y'all need to fucking move. You pick it up. I don't give a fuck if you, I don't give a F if your grandma on fire. You walk over her, bring the plates back, come back, get more food and bring it back. Then you figure out whether is she okay.
All right. So we're gonna go with another story. Because
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. And what's a story you can tell me from the kitchen? A crazy one. I know that there are a lot of stories to where, it's wild. You can't be like, oh my God, I can never tell that story. There are times I can't tell a story to my wife because it's too, like, it's not only rated R, it's like you genuinely have to get a waiver just to tell this story.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think that's so I'm trying to think. I can see. I'm trying to think.
or there's none that's basically PG.
It's not. I'm trying. It's not just the PG part. It's also that involves me.
Yeah, even something that doesn't involve you, something that just happened around you.
The time we had to do we was doing a 600 person plate up or something like that, and it was a 600 to 700 person plate up for the banquet at American Sector,
Yes.
and we had to they okayed doing a baked Alaska for 700 people. And they had the chef, our banquet chef, our banquet sous chef, the bakery chef was up there in the cooler because the kitchen, the main kitchen for the banquets is on the first floor,
Yes.
and at the American because it's in the Boeing Center, so the other cooler is on the second floor. So the only way to do it because you had to keep all the meringue cold, they had to do all the fluff in the cooler on the second floor and then bring everything downstairs to torch it. So she is in the cooler with three other sous chefs piping fluff for the ice cream to do the baked Alaska. So I get up there, wind up half the bags then broke because they didn't put like no stabilizer or anything like that. So half of them started breaking. So they are trying to find. So as they got to hurry pipe these and find bags that's actually good to pipe. She was like, ain't no way we're approving this. Whoever approved this needs.
Absolutely. So, what advice do you have?
Oh, I got another one too.
All right, we'll do that one. Okay, so what advice do you have for anyone who wants to become a chef, or they find themselves in the same situation, being kept back from reaching their plateau, even though they know, chefs know that's above them, that they've been ready for probably for years?
The biggest thing I can say is never lose your hunger. I always say, make them feel your greatness, regardless of whether they push you down or not. Because if you're already doing your best, then that's a reflection on the chef and not a reflection on you. You never want to be in a position where you're the reason why you couldn't get that job, and not the fact that the chef is either scared of your greatness or jealous or don't want you to move to a certain position because they don't like you or whatever. Because if you are already doing what you're supposed to do, you can always take that to go somewhere else. If you're doing something wrong and it's on you, then that's something that you need to fix. You can't get mad at the chef for not promoting you to the next level if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So always have a hunger and always make them feel your greatness, because you can always go anywhere and pick up your pieces. I say that's the biggest thing. And just always, if an opportunity is there and it's better than where you at, take it. Don't hesitate. Take it. Don't just sit there and find 5 million excuses. Take it. Because there's positions where I've been in that if I probably would have took, I probably wouldn't be in the plateau that I'm in if I would have took them.
So, in this one, reintroduce yourself and, say your name, how old you are, where you're from. Second go around, Clarence Cobb, Mini Doc, Mise en Place. Next shot, just so you know, just like looking like that shot.
Yeah.
Interviewing executive sous chef Joshua Tarragano, Gravy Gagnola. Okay, would you introduce yourself, sir?
I'm Joshua Torgano, executive sous chef of Berry Gang. I'm from Monks, Louisiana, by way of Deshaun. I've been cooking in the culinary for about 10 plus years. Uh, been in my current role as Berry Gang's executive sous chef. I keep order and maintain recipes and recipe quality, and do everything that my executive chef can get to.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, next thing. What are some obstacles and challenges you go through as the executive sous chef of Great Game Noah?
Just maintaining quality control and making sure that the chefs, the cooks are doing what they're supposed to do and not deviating and keeping focus and making sure everything is on time.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, Also, um, what do you feel that you're gonna succeed? I mean, what are some things you feel to reach this plateau of chef? What are some um, successful things and failures you've been through to get to this plateau, to where you are?
Just being able to keep your be able to maintain control and not panicking and understanding that keeping calm is the best option always, and just knowing how to push through and knowing how to do things under a high pressure in a high pressure environment. And like one of my failures I've done, one of my biggest failures was not paying attention to we was doing a thing of gumbo, and the person that put the roux in, they didn't mix it all the way, so the roux had clogged up the pipe. And instead of me making sure the pipe was closed all the way, I walked off and it wound up becoming unplugged and spilled like 30 pounds of gumbo all on the floor. And my chef didn't even fuss at me, and then he just looked at me and just disappointed me. He was just like, and that was like one of my like that was one of my I felt so bad because it's just like you should know to keep to watching stuff.
Okay, so what's your favorite food?
That's a hard question. Everything is the most honest answer. But my favorite thing, like my favorite thing to cook.
Or go-to food?
Okay, yeah, my favorite thing to cook and to teach cooking is red beans and rice. So I feel like if you can make a good red beans and rice, then that means you are doing all for like me watching making red beans and rice. I can see where you lack in the culinary sense of whether it's properly tasting your food, properly seasoning, whether you your knife skill. I can see how your knife skills are. I can see how patient you is with doing certain things. Red beans and rice would be my go-to because you have to pretty much use all five of your senses to make a good pot of red beans. So,
Hmm. Being called chef, what does that mean to you coming from a cook and then just being called, here you are now as a chef, and being say, hey chef, and you have to get accustomed to hearing yourself being called chef instead of just, oh hey Josh, or hey Josh, or blah blah. How does that feel?
it's it means that earned I've earned the right to even be called there. Like I've busted my butt. I've went through the fire to even get to that point. I feel like it's something that you need to be. It needs to be earned, and not just because you got put in that position as a manager position as a chef. That doesn't make you a good chef. Making you a good chef is showing that you can maintain and organize everything and see 40 paces ahead of everybody else. It's not just, oh, I can cook good. so I'm a chef. No, that's the last of it. Being able to cook good is not even is the bare minimum of you need to be a professional cook, let alone a professional chef. So it's all the little things and being able to put out all the different fires in the kitchen that goes on a daily basis, and being able to stay cool and understanding how to roll with the punches.
Hold on. I can hear your phone.
I can't hear you.
I can hear your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. So back to it. Okay, so, but how does it feel to lead others now as a chef instead of just being a lead?
It's great because I get to see people grow and people fall in love with food the same way I fell in love with food, and that's always a great thing because the more you fall in love. Because at the beginning when I started cooking, I was just doing it like I just want to be a cook and what I'm seeing on TV and everything like that, but falling in love with the actual process is always a great thing, and that's what I love about leading. I can actually get more people to fall in love with the actual process of cooking, and not just cooking, because that's where the real beauty lies, is the process of it, and getting to that point of putting it on the plate.
All right. So even though you're leading others, but how does it feel to lead people who do not want to learn?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating, but it all depends on whether you're just doing it for a job or you just don't care at all. Because doing it as a job, I could get you to a certain point and a certain level to where I could get what I need to get out you, but not wanting to do it is just like, why are you here? Because you're wasting my time and you're wasting yours. So it's just frustrating on that end. Trying to figure out what type of person you are if you're not just here for the love. You're here for a certain amount of things. So now I have to figure out what's the thing that even motivates you so I can get you to the point to where at least you're helping me out to where I need to get you to.
Okay. So what's a crazy story? No, I'm not gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with, what do you look for in a cook?
A person who's willing to learn and willing to be open-minded to learning new things and understanding that even though you may have a technique to do something, there's always another technique to learn and to be open to learn those techniques. Because even though that process that I do it to like maybe skin a fish or whatever, to understand that, yeah, I may not do it that way, but I might take a piece or two and add it to my repertoire. To always be open to learn is my biggest thing.
Okay. So what's a crazy story you can tell me that happened in the kitchen?
I was working on the line as a fry cook, and it was a mad rush. And at the time, our floors were like real slick to where we had to have mats on the floor. And I had my wrong shoes on that day. I didn't have my non-slip shoes on. So I'm sitting here getting my butt kicked, and I'm on fry, and we right next. The way the station was set up is right next to our garde manger station. And the person, I'm sitting here getting my butt whooped, and I slip and fall, but we moving so fast that I just pop back. I fall down, surprised that I'm not feeling like I didn't feel no pain or nothing like that, and pop back up and go back to doing my job. So we get to the end of the shift, and a garde manger person come up to me, and she was like, "Oh, so you ain't gonna apologize?" I'm like, "Apologize for what?" She's like, "You ain't gonna apologize for falling on me? You know you slipped and fell. You fell on top of me." I said, "For real?" I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." That's why I didn't feel that when I fell. I'm so sorry. And it'd be like that. It's like the same way when, like, one time I was in the kitchen and I'm on fry station and I'm shaking the baskets to make sure the stuff don't stick, and oil pops in my eye. But we moving so fast, well, all I had time to do is keep blank. I got blinked a couple times to make sure that my eyes wasn't like I wasn't going blind. And at the I wasn't going blind. All right, cool. Go right back to doing my thing and keep busting. And then like at the end of the shift, I'm like, yeah, hot oil just popped in my eye at like 350 degrees, and like instead of like in normal circumstances, most people would just like freak out. But you moving so fast, like you don't even think the only thing you're thinking about is getting the food out. So yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. What advice would you give to someone that wants to reach the plateau of from a cook to a chef, but is not getting the proper recognition they need from their current supervisor or the proper training? What advice would you give to them?
Always keep your options open. Never keep them closed. Because at the end of the day, you're a number on a wheel. So always keep your options open and always be willing to, if it's time, when it's time to leave, it's time to leave. If you realize you're not getting the proper training or the proper respect in the kitchen, or even sometimes like one of the restaurants I went to, the person that was there, he was just burnt out he was so burnt out from the last chef, even though the new chef came in and everything was turning around, because he was so burnt out from the last chef, it was just time for him to find a new spot. Sometimes that happens. Always be flexible enough to leave, and always have that door open, and always just never let them tear you down to a point to where you can't function. Because a lot of times, especially if you run into some of them old school chefs, they'll sit there and try to break you down, and just understand that it's not something. Depending on who the chef is, sometimes it's strictly just abusive, and you just need to just get out of that situation regardless. But a lot of times it's just a way. They've been trained to do that because they know that if you could get over this, if you could withstand my abuse, then that means once you go anywhere else, then everything else is going to be a cakewalk. So sometimes it's out of love. You just got to navigate that, whether it's a actual abuse or whether it's coming out of a place of love.
And that will be... Okay, this is Clarence Cobb, and we are interviewing my girl Ricky for my new docu-series, Mise en Place. Ma'am, would you mind introducing yourself?
Of course. My name is Sarissa. Everybody calls me Ricky. I am the chef and owner of Rickyville.
Okay, so what are some obstacles and challenges you go through as a restaurant owner?
Oh, in this situation was a little unique because I am in a neighborhood area.
Mm-hmm.
It's appeasing everybody around me,
Mm-hmm.
even though everybody has their own unique gripe about, location being here or why they want it or don't want it here.
Mm-hmm.
It's appeasing them personally, giving each person that time of, it's you who I'm catering to at this point.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's easy. We work as a team. We're a family, actually.
Okay. Where do you feel that you have succeeded and failed as a restaurant owner?
I think failed at not moving as fast as I should when it comes to being okay with change of individuals. Because my loyalty is to the people who I start with, or because I see good in a person, they will be around a lot longer than they should. But when I get to that point, it's cut. They're pretty much out of here. When they're gone. But that's been the biggest failure for me.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Italian pasta. I can't eat red gravy, but I go all around it.
Okay.
Pasta.
Okay. when leading others, how does it feel to be called a chef?
It's weird. I've been labeled a celebrity chef, and I've been looking like, but I'm not. It's weird. I've learned to accept it over time. Uh, Walk like it, act like it. You are it. So I am that, whether I like to be called that or not. But it's cool to be recognized.
Okay. How does it feel to lead others?
It's sort of like it's what I'm here for. Like it's my destiny to be in that position. So I feel blessed to have that perspective in life early.
What do you look for in a cook that's working under you?
Parts of me, tough skin,
Mhm.
the ability to move and move fast. Somebody that is understanding that your creativity is accepted, but it's not. Let's say a nice way because I'm not too nice in the kitchen. Your creativity is accepted, but I need you to still stay fast in the position that you're hired for, and not try to make this location your location, which makes it the hardest part of hiring because it happens so much. But I've been blessed. The people that I have that is on kitchen staff is good, even though they have their own dreams and goals for themselves. I push them to do it, but they still stay loyal to Rickyville, which is good. But they have to be mean and take a tough skin because I'm mean, and I want you to move fast.
Let's see what else. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be a restaurant owner like yourself?
Be ready not to sleep. Be ready to be all in 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's just honesty. It's a great reward to hear your customers' reviews and to see their reaction when they taste your food. So always think of that. You'll succeed. Save money. Don't spend so fast. Understand that you're going to have to sew into it at every angle because there's a lot of small intricacies about running a restaurant, front of house and back house equally. Have a lot of little things that make that one big thing happen. So be prepared to be agile. Be prepared to have to always fix something, always upgrade something, always add to, always get quality control, always seek out to hire the right people. It's a lot, but it's a great reward at the end of the day.
Okay. What's a crazy story you can give about either in the kitchen or dealing with a customer?
That's what makes it's a shame. Bugs, the guy who I started Rickyville with, he was working a grill. He didn't know nothing about grilling, first of all, nothing about oysters, never tasted them. He didn't even understand. Matter of fact, he is a music engineer. So he don't know too big crap about food, period. It's an ongoing joke that we have now at Rickyville. Like, food is like crack around here. And this lady cut up so bad because she could not get her oysters when she wanted her oysters, or they had them ran out that day. But he found out how bad it was about oysters when that lady went off, and it triggered other people to go off. It just was like, I gotta take this crap serious because they are gonna kill me behind this food. And it's crazy, she cut up so bad we thought she never was gonna come back, and she's one of our every week customers, and that happened like 3 years ago. And she was in here last night. She comes, she just give me my food and let me go. And he found out how people go nuts about food, especially oysters.
All right. Well, that's it for that part.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop it for right. Okay, part 2, mini doc series. I'm interviewing a chef Ricky, of course, and we're going to introduce her. Mind introducing yourself, ma'am?
Of course. My name's Sarissa, and everyone calls me Riki. I am the chef and owner operator of Rickyville.
So, Chef, could you tell me some of your goals?
Some of my goals are to turn Rickyville into a franchise, create a lineage for my family and friends who helped me get there. Generational wealth, not just for my bloodline, but for everybody that went through the struggle with Rickyville.
Could you tell me some obstacles and challenges you've been through?
A lot of obstacles come with everything about running this place. It can go from something breaking or, one of them that I just had actually somebody agreeing to do something and then not paying anything, and Rickyville being responsible, going in the hole, being responsible financially for an event that I never wanted. So that's a lot of obstacles that I had to go through with Rickyville, legitimizing it. You have to give me a contract, and I'm going to sue you.
Okay. What are some successes and failures you've been through?
A lot of successes is staff that come with great ideas, and I'm having to sacrifice losing them in the long run. And I'm gonna still keep their ideas. I still give old staff their props or whatever they came to Rickyville and showed Rickyville, but it saddens my heart to have to let them go every time.
Yeah.
Because I feel for them to be here for the long haul, but it don't work out.
Okay. All right. What is your favorite food?
Ooh, my favorite food is pasta. I love Italian food. Allergic to tomatoes, but love Italian.
Wow.
I know.
Okay. As a chef, how does it feel being called a chef?
Being called a chef feels weird. I'm still not accustomed to it. It's they say you can't pin the stars on your own chest. Everybody has to. So if I walk like it, I talk like it. I act like it. I am that. I am definitely a chef.
How does it feel to lead others?
Leading others can be stressful at times. But it's something that I'm destined to do. It's a position that I've been destined to be in. Entrepreneurial leadership, everywhere I go, I'm leading, never being led. So it was our ordained position.
What do you look for when you either hire a cook or just looking for a cook?
When I'm hiring, I look for a little of me in that person. I ask weird questions during my interviews. I ask real questions. I don't want to call you references. I want to see your character. Are you going to cry when I talk to you like crap in this kitchen? Because that's what's going to happen if you're not moving. How I need you to move. My words are sharp in the kitchen. So if you can't take that, you can't be here. If you can't move fast, you cannot be in here. Tell it here. If you get too hot, I don't know what to tell you. Even with the AC running, you're still going to be hot. It's hell in here. So I look for those simple things in chefs when I do hire. I don't care about your credentials. Can you hang in here? We all talk raunchy behind closed doors. Deal with it. Get the job done. Let's sit down and eat together.
Can you tell me about a crazy story that took place either in the kitchen, front of the house, anywhere?
The crazy story for Rickyville is the customers being irate. The lady went ballistic about her oysters, and and my partner just did not understand the seriousness behind food and how people act behind their food, especially when it's good, it's reasonable in prices. They cut up, and a lady cut up so bad they called me from out the kitchen and asked me to diffuse it. I'm asking what's wrong. She called us every curse word in the book as she was leaving. But the craziest thing is the girl didn't leave without her food. She still wanted her damn food because he was just gonna give her, the next set of oysters came off the grill. She took the oysters, ran out of here. She didn't come back for a couple of months, but she back. She come every week.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be a restaurant owner or a chef? What advice would you give?
All the advice I would give to anybody that wants a restaurant or running your own kitchen, go all in and go with the mind frame to go all in. Go with the mind frame knowing that it's a lot of work, knowing that it takes a lot of time, knowing that sometimes you ain't going to have no personal life, and make sure if you are with people, have a mate or kids, they understand that gotta rock with you or it ain't going to happen at all. Go all in. Be prepared to do that and you'll be fine. Expect the unexpected. Learn new things. Change up quick. If it ain't working, change it now. That's my biggest advice I can give to anybody who want to be in this business.
Okay. All right. Well, that is it. You did an excellent job,
Thank you, Kaylee.
Chef Ricky.
Thank you, Kaylee.
And
That's not recorded.